Hello guys, good morning. I'm here again with another video. In this tutorial video, we are going to develop a simple JavaScript digital watch. And I'm sorry guys for the delay. As you all know, time is not always on our back. Okay, so don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and hit the bell icon for instant notification whenever a new video get uploaded. Okay, so on the last video on this 180 days video series, we developed an JavaScript stopwatch, and you guys already done yours and send it to the group. So we are going to develop an digital watch now, and I'm expecting each and every one of you guys should develop his own too after watching the video and send it to the group. Thank you guys. So let's dive into coding this digital watch. Okay, here's my Visual Studio Code. So I'm in now. I will start by creating a simple HTML file. As I told you, I have an extension here that helps me do that. So whenever I click, I write HTML, it gives me an option to choose which one to use. So I'm using HTML5. When I click, it gives me a sample project, something like that. So we start by changing the title to digital watch. So as I told you, this video will not be too long because the project we are doing is very simple project. So it just need a div. It just need one div, as it will just print some numbers. That's the time, numbers of the time. Okay, that's the time. It will just print some numbers to the center of the screen. So let's create a div. Yeah, so let's style the div. Okay, let's give it an ID. Display. Let's give it an class. Clock. Okay, so let's start by styling it. Style tag, and then inside the style tag, let's start with the body. Background color, let's make the background color black, and I think we are done with the body. Let's so we are using class, and in CSS, each time you are using a class, you need to class selector, you need to use dot, then the class name. So the class name here is clock. Okay, let's style the div. Okay, so let's start by the positioning it. Position, not relative, absolute positioning. Margin from top, let's make it 50%, as we want it to be at the center of the web page. From left, let's take 50% too. transform. Yeah, we can use transform translate x minus 50%. Yeah, and then the translate y minus 50. Okay, now let's the text color. Let's choose this aqua. The font size, let's make it 70 pixels or 80 pixels. Okay, the font family, which one are we choosing? Font family, let's try this. Okay, let's just use another one. Let's check which one are we going to use from here. Let's use this to see that it is very big one. Let's use it. So letter spacing, eight pixel. Okay, I think we are done with the styling. So now let's go for the script, JavaScript. Okay, start by creating a script tag. Okay, so okay, so everything that will happen in the script, we want it to be whenever the website get loaded. You understand? Whenever the web page get loaded, so everything that we have in the script tag, all the JavaScript will then have to work. So let's create an load event. So whenever the page get loaded, okay, so a function should become, a particular function should become. So let's create a function show time. Okay, then let's come down to the, okay, I'm sorry, let's come to the script and declare that function. Okay, so function with a name show time. Guys, always use camel case for functions in JavaScript. They are always recommended to use camel case for naming convention. So okay, for on the show time function, we are going to start by declaring. So as you all know, we are dealing with time now for this stopwatch. So JavaScript has all this time and date for date stop function, inbuilt function that is called date. So whenever you want to initialize that date, you initialize it by calling the new date function by using new keyword and then the date function. So we are going to initialize the date function here, variable date. We assign this date to the date function, new date. As you can see, it gives me it is an inbuilt function, new date. Yeah. Okay, so we can call anything inside this inbuilt function using this particular date that we use to declare the variable. So then we have a variable called h that's going to be an hour. So h is equals to date get hour So then we are going to, after hour we will need a minute, so variable m is gonna be this specific function date dot get minutes. Okay, and then we will need seconds, variable s is gonna be date dot get seconds. So we can graph this the whole time from this hours and get hours, get minute. It will give us exact the minute and the hour and the second we are on. So then what will we need yet? And session, whether it is PM or AM, variable session is gonna be, initial value will be AM and temeridium, and then so we are, I think we are finished with the variables. Let's see our variable date, new date, date dot get hours dot get minute dot get seconds. Okay, we have the hour, minute, seconds, and session. Okay, let's go now. Let's go to the logic. So you guys know what this thing will get is in 24 hours. So we are going to manipulate it and change it to 12 hours. Okay, you understand? So let's say if the hour is equals to 0, like let's say it is early in the morning, 0, that's 12 AM. Is it AM? Yeah, 12 AM, early in the morning. So when the h is equals to 0, when the hour is equals to 0 in 24 hour standard, then let's convert it to 12. So we will now say h is equals to 12. Hope you understand what I'm referring to. If it is 0, then convert it to 12. So then if h is greater than 12, that is if it is like 13, 14, 15 in the day, like if it is 13, 14, 15 in the 24 hours, then what will happen is h is gonna be the initial h minus 12. That's when it is 13 or 13, you would say 13 minus 12 is equals to 1 o'clock in our standard time. Okay, you understand? And then make the session to be VM. Session equals to VM PAMA. Yeah, so yeah, the logic has, and I think it is clear for you. If the h is 0, then make h 12. That you convert the 24-hour time to 12 hours. And if h is greater than 12, that means as far as h is greater than 12 is 13, 14, 15 in the day, so you will convert it to 13 minus 1 is equals to 1, 14 minus 12 is equals to 2, something like that. So now let's declare how the time will be shown. So h, the hour is going to be shown like if the numbers of h is less than 10, understand? If it is less than 10, like if it is 9 o'clock, 7, 8, then what will happen is append an 0 in front of the 9, 0, 8, something like that, then plus the time from plus the actual hour. If it is 8 o'clock, it is 8. If it is 2 o'clock in the day, if it is 0, you understand, then append the time, 0 plus the time. I will show you if we finish the project what I'm referring to this. Then else, if it is greater than 10, just render the hour, you understand? And then for the minutes, the same for the minutes. If m is less than 10, then add this 0 and then plus the minute, else just render the minute. And then for the seconds too, it's gonna be if s is less than 10. What's going on here? Okay, if s is less than 10, then append this 0 plus the actual second, else just render the second. I hope you understand what I'm referring to. So okay, yeah, let's get the actual time. Variable time is going to be equals to h plus this is gonna be the dot that is between them, plus minutes plus another plus seconds plus some space and then plus session. This will print the hour and the minute and the seconds, hour, minute, seconds, and the session. It's either PM or AM. So okay, now we need to send the time, or like append the time to the UI. So for that we are going to use the DOM manipulation. So document dot get element by ID display dot inner HTML equals to the time, and then document dot get element by ID display inner content goes to time, and then Okay, yeah. So we will use the set timeout function. Set timeout function is an inbuilt function that calls something each time, you know, like it's like loop on something. Each time you give it two arguments, the function to be called and the time needs to be to call the function. So if you call this, if you set the set timeout to be calling a function, it will continue calling that function each time, from the difference of the time. Let's say if you set 1 second or 2 seconds, so each 2 seconds it will be calling that show time, you know. Set timeout is gonna be equals to show time function, and the time will be calling is 1000 milliseconds. Then after the set timeout call, then we will be calling our show time. If you understand what happened here is, it will loop the calling show time, set timeout. It will just set timeout to the show time call, show time function. After 1 second, it just finish the function stops working. Then it calls the functions again here, down here. You understand? This set timeout to the show time function. The show time function will just last for the 1 second and then recall it back. You understand? I think we are finished with this. Let's run it up on our live server. Okay, server is now go live. Okay, so let's see it in our browser now. Wait. Okay. So as you can see in the browser, something broke. We can't see the time, you know. And do you notice what I just did here? Okay, do you notice? Yeah, I made a mistake. It is an error, and I know I made it. So if you can see here, this get element by ID, it takes strings, not JavaScript object. So I use object instead of that JavaScript. So let's see, display here. So let's add it, display. Okay, so if I save it now, let's see. Yeah, as you can see now, yeah, we have our time. And if I refresh it, see 10:20 in the AM. With this, we come to the end of this video. Thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and then hit the bell icon to get notified when a new video gets ready. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.